Hello there, my name is Luciano Oliveira. I'm a Brazilian attorney, also licensed in California and Texas. And today I'm going to answer this question. How can I expedite an inheritance probate in Brazil under special circumstances? And the answer is going to go like this. You can expedite a probate in Brazil substantially when the specifics of your probate are going to allow for a non-legal probate in Brazil, meaning a probate that is done outside of the courts. So there are basically two routes in Brazil for a probate. One route is going to be at the court level, which was the only route until not long ago. But nowadays we have a route that is done through a registry, call it cartórios in Brazil, and through this route you're going to avoid the need of a judge to be participating in the probate. Everything is done at the registry level with the assistance of a licensed Brazilian attorney. So what is the problem of the judicial level, of the judicial type of probate? The judicial type is the traditional one done at the court level, and unfortunately, courts are usually overwhelmed in Brazil with more cases that they can handle, and the Brazilian code of civil procedure is not really helpful from expediting a probate. Usually you don't have, for instance, discovery like we have in the United States, in which attorneys can handle the discovery themselves. In Brazil, you always will need the participation of a judge. So there are many reasons why probates take so long in Brazil. The non-judicial route, on the other hand, is usually much faster. It's not going to require a judge, like we said. It can be done in 1 or 2 years at the most. Now, let's talk about some of the foreign citizens' challenges when trying to follow the non-judicial route in Brazil. Unfortunately, there are a few requirements for a probate to be allowed to be done outside of a court in Brazil. The first one is that there are no minors involved. Let's say your case has passed this test, but the second one is the one that we usually see being a bar for our clients to file for the non-judicial probate. And this one is going to be assets in more than one country. So whenever there are assets in more than a single country, the Brazilian legal system is going to say this case gotta go through a judge. And the reason for that is so the judge may try to understand how the assets are being distributed abroad and factor that into the probate in Brazil, so the final distribution among the heirs are going to be compatible with the Brazilian law. Another challenge may be regarding the documentation that foreign citizens are going to present. Documentation from abroad needs to be legalized, translated in Brazil, and recorded in another type of registry. Even though it may sound simple, in our experience, foreign citizens may take several months to get those documents issued, validated, legalized abroad, sworn, translated in Brazil, and then recorded in a special type of registry, and get to the point in which those documents are going to be accepted by a registry. Courts, on the other hand, they have a little bit more discretion in terms of how to accept foreign citizens' paperwork, and therefore sometimes we're going to see a registry refusing to handle the case of a foreign citizen because they cannot understand, or there is a distance in terms of the expectation of the foreign citizen and how the registry handles probates in that particular area. So unfortunately, here is the truth about expediting probates in Brazil. You either have a case that's going to qualify under the non-judicial route, or you don't. And if you don't, yes, you're going to need to work with a Brazilian court, but as long as you have a diligent attorney or law firm on your side and no fighting between the heirs, there is a chance you're going to be able to complete this procedure in a few years. I hope these tips were helpful. Follow us for more tips, and I see you in our next video.